lot of y'all probably. What's up, Cameron? Yeah, thank you. What's up, College Ray? Y'all ain't seen it. You guys got, but I'm gonna talk about it. Wait, that he's marketing. I'm gonna learn how to write. This is just you don't have to worry about it. But thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. About your same way. You want to write learn first year the big learn tricks life rest out things you don't get. Yeah, how is art trade. Now, what happened? It was called pinhole. Okay, I'm gonna put like a triangle through a triangle. I'm gonna show you exactly how. You maybe say you all of it. That's another few inside a pinhole. Now, at the beginning of it, I don't know if you're paying attention. I the artist that has been really insightful. I'm seeing them podcasts. I'm seeing a lot of shorts of them talking about maybe they're still talking about something. Talk about them not you know talk about they still talking about was somebody a person that they go back and tell a story, tell a story. That is something you also learn how to learn about stories of life. Okay, something or and I pick the picture and ask this back. What's up, we bully? What's up, Wayne? Thank you so much. Thank you for the appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so he got once he got to the gate of the story, and he had it contrast. Make sure but just go here and do about it. If you're still you don't have you don't have to hear no okay? Oh, track, picture, picture, no video, take picture. Now they took and they picture got as a set it different. Okay? This may end up being somebody coming first. I don't know how it's gonna happen. Also, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you just for sending it. Look, thank you, East West. What's up, Brian? What's up? This thank you, McCree. Thank you for being here. One of the best things is that your music does with the really, with the good, where like you can go here, go there. Okay. What's up? Thank you so much for liking the live. And number talking, never looking, never looking. Have a brand deal. Like that. So they don't want me to look at the camera. So they can't look at what I can see the side of your face. And they can see you looking like off camera. It's like standing right out of front. It's like I'm not looking to move my eyes back because it's top. Okay. Then we're at the top of the tent. I don't know what's happening. You know, singer. I don't know if he picked it on the Breakfast Club. I don't know if he picked it on early AM television, morning news show. I don't know what's going to happen. But you can have a commercial. See, things are playing. Roll out. It's just one thing. It's just one thing. Even an announcement for Apple. So real just popped. What's up? AC, thank you so much for being here. What's up, Princess Door Life? Thank you so much for being here also. And like I said, put together a series of how you can, because I learned from something. It's called, it was an investment to learn. And I also saw where it was long, God knows it comes, that being funny, something that be press. And I understood that all the that under, under bridge, bridge, one of it, fire. There's some people who just book learn, they're gonna listen, but even their attention span was like by the time hear them. I heard that I was on this phone. I was talking. Would you say that to me? Because I just don't. I didn't take offense to it. I took a note and I said, okay, this is psychology, like science. Okay, so, this, so two and special, they ask them once you see one of your favorite get on to the market, walk to the store, take don't go in the store and film because all the posts here are copyright. Put stuff on the copyright. So copyright don't have the sign. Just standing outside is different. Outside, private. Like to go to the book. Take them with you to the book or the park. About it, feel same thing. That park, like, stuff, do this stuff. It's real front. Top notch. I don't care what price. Because the point of regret. Anything you got cheap, make it work. Yeah, no. You got cheap clothes, you got treat them all like they got nitro glycerin in them. Everything got top notch with clothes to the park. Establish fine. now they put it sound. Like I said, most important thing is to have traffic. And once the algorithm going to the website, traffic picking up. Thank you for thank you very much, DJ Energizer. Thank y'all for today. Hold on just a minute. I got a great website for you. And it's the same one that I and they don't charge you that until they print it. You don't have to hold no merch. Thank you so much, 22. Thank you. Wow, I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, it's you know the print from 15 on Saturday. Give me and let you know if you want to get on the website. And I see the link. It's really easy to build. We got audio fields over there. The logo on top. You don't charge you a month to get off. So your send your send me your so much y'all got me in a new high to gift y'all. Take that. Thank you for the 9 votes, East Week. But what the link is, DM me, send me a DM, and I'll I'm gonna have to get I have to get you. They ask me to put the email in. So either you do that, or you can go to our website, AOGFmusic.store. Thank you for the capital head. I appreciate that answer, man. AOGFmusic.store. Scroll all the way to the bottom, and it'll say build your website. Then open up, log in and stuff. This is one. My wife was saying something. She came up with these words. She said, "Being truth is real OG." So took that, we took it to Canva, turned it into a PNG, and we downloaded that PNG, put it on a coffee cup template on the website, and then they'll even send you free. Maybe be like 2 free samples, and you can order stuff with all your little things on it, say the things that you want to say, however you want to do, and you can sell them on your website. But don't tell them you got stuff to sell. What you do is you let them go over there and find out. Because you got a lot of stuff over at the website, but I don't want to put all of it. It's also, I'm just telling you this yourself. It's going to drive your curiosity because you're going to go see. Click the link in my profile, Facebook, click the post, and and Twitch, click the link in the profile, go right to the link tree. We got all our socials and all our places. And our store, it will be store. You'll be able to go there and see how everything works. Scroll all the way to the bottom, get that join your phone. Like I'm saying, having a website, having there, start traffic, see traffic, then it's the algorithm, like words that, but long tail words, short tail. Now, long tail words is like independent hip hop artists. Okay? Short tail words, hip hop. Put all those in your website. See, find those on Google. So search hip hop artists. Come up. I'm gonna show you what everybody searches, what they look for, and you found you. They represent you with those tags on your website. If you want to learn how to do that, I can show you how to do that on a consultation. I can show you how to post. That's what gets traffic to your website. See what happens is whatever words you put on your website, the spider as it's crawling all over the world 24 hours a day, analyzing all this information. Thank you for the follow, CM. I appreciate it. What's up, big boy? What's the big boy in Montana? Man, what Google's gonna do is gonna say you're becoming an authority on those long tail and short tail words. What's going to put it in your metadata website? And Google's gonna be like, okay, so we can start tracking other traffic. See, it was just like TikTok. comments or something, just go drop a comment and a like, do a share, or post it to your story. What's gonna happen is TikTok is reciprocal things that engage, they turn things on. You're not trying to convince them. You got your work. So understand, it's not that you're trying to connect, it's the algorithm that you want to promote. Saying when they start seeing like come to the site, listen to them. They don't have no ads because they listen on you clear, they can put it on the gym, they can clean the house, they can cook, they can just chilling, sitting outside at a barbecue, having a party, they jamming to your music because they ain't got you gotta listen to somebody. Listen, mental health issues, none of that stuff. Just listen to you. See what happens is Google start turning other websites. You don't even know. You ain't even connected just because they're searching the same term. That's all you got. Watch, rinse it. Give you the link to site too. I don't know if y'all see some of the best posts on it. Instead of talk about your Google post about to get started in about maybe 60 minutes. I mean, it's just interesting enough to engage. People will sit there for 8 minutes. Because I sit because I watch the whole thing. Like, that was very good. It's really fun. Yeah, very good. Tell them something like, well, I love hip hop. Well, I love that. Back to school. Sounds it was psychological. I've seen not trying to sell because anytime you're trying to sell you, you know, not coming from support shit. Marketing. You gotta check this with the record label to everybody that's signed. So it's not, they're not like you taking all this time. But they're saying, like I told you with TI, interview that one-on-one interview with engage with this story about his life, whatever rap, feeling, whatever, how his career, his purpose. And the whole time he said nothing about the song, let him know. No, we're gonna find it out because the breadcrumbs stand down. Follow it. Said I'm gonna let y'all know when I drop this class. Now I'll tell you what. Here's another alternative. Those that subscribe to the TikTok, you subscribe. You're gonna be doing subscriber lives with these people. And for everybody that's subscribed, you're gonna get one everybody that's subscribed. One choice. Music business contracts, music license supervisors, making easy cash with brand deals and side hustles, or secure your publishing. It shows you how to sign up for all of the PRO, not protect copyright protection. Also how to sign up for all way too fast. Segment subscribe. You'll book free. Get subscribe on live or click on over there. Just watch the where I uh, play those over and over. So when I'm watching something about education, I need to listen to it. So I'm taking notes. I'm come back and listen close. It's time to act. It's taking notes. I'm forward, walking forward. Notes. Life. Life. First, I got to get comfortable learning. Once I learn it, God's plan, plan to like, I don't, okay? So I would advise you that that's it, especially for those like I was telling you, like every time you go live, every time you go to work, yes, like that is but that way that you mind over and over and take okay, no limit. What time? Yeah, I'm on here for 2 hours. So interested in that, I want to talk to something else about the needs. No, it's no, that you are creating this that must be reflected. You're reflecting your life. The Grand Rising Man, the Panda, and ACHLUO. Grand Rising YouTube. What's up, James the Millionaire? Thank you for coming back. Found out that. Thank you for getting the #2 gifted badge. Thank you. That was it's a lifetime. Anybody tell you that a master something? Don't listen to anybody. Try to learn, especially when you're corrected. It's going to be working with it. But what you're going to do is you're going to find that faith, trust, work with your heart, comes from the heart. That is that's a gift. It's a gift that gift is not one of those just maybe that's not gift is not given. It's gonna work. It can't work to identify. If you want to be a struggling artist, you want to be a successful, you want to be a great. You lying, you lying, lying, what do you see lying? Whatever you identify with is what you're going to purify. Because that's all you come. You're even going to limit yourself from going higher. You have fear things that there's too much to found bring back all that kind of stuff, whatever. Whatever it is, you will put a glass ceiling, you will point to the check out that stuff. Because you have chosen to identify yourself as a struggle. You'll take on the struggle, your interaction with your public, fans or supporters, you're going to struggle mindset. But at the same time, what's taking out of ourselves of yeah, that, that's very true. That boy snap, yes, do not let other people just guide your brain. Don't do that. Because the KFC, Colonel Sanders had did that. He started Kentucky Fried Chicken 6 something. They call him the late group. Him, and I was saw a video. It was just him and a whole bunch of other innovators that they didn't do anything until they was almost 60. Whether you know it or not, most millionaires, well, the older, they really got their success when they got around 50 to 60, because that constant work on yourself, finding yourself, is what it takes. That was one of my biggest mistakes when I came to I feel that when I was to him. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That was that's what it's all about. We all have learned. I put the brakes on my life and listening to the fears of others. It's never tried. I sounds like I'm probably yeah. I mean, whether you make it or not, I am there. But if you believe you're there, you're already there because you feel it already exists. That's what I was talking about. Like we're, it sounds like it's what it really is you making something not. Remember in the Genesis, say God's looking out over the face of you. That's how it is when you have your dream, trying to create something. See, Michael Jackson had to look out over, he had to script himself into life. He rode on the tour bus, was King of Pop, the hottest star, hottest entertainer, scripted that. It wasn't given to him by Quincy Jones. It wasn't given to him by called that to himself by his. What's up, Fox Sizzle? Thank you so much for being here. And don't get so tied up into the intricacies. Those things those are the way that's so innovative that people have never seen. What's up, Shane? Thank you for being here. You're gonna look out over the face of the deep. There's gonna be nothing, not even light. You're gonna have to make it become alive. Turn this show on. But you're gonna have to create something through imagination that has never been before. You're gonna have to assume that it's already done, and you're gonna have to stay faithful. But you're calling it out the fabric for to reality. 3D, but see the thing is what's coming down the pipeline is all those old thoughts and old assumptions, your old ways, your old feelings. And those still gotta wait for those to come all the way down. I make my own instruments, everything other than I see. Got it all on contract. Get it on the contract. The contract track. I mean, music to help me has been focusing up this. Maybe yeah, music is very healing. Very healing. You're right. You're right, Shane. That's what it's all about. You having fun? That's really what. That's really successful. That's really what. If you do something that's so that's fun, you don't see the work. It's a whole different thing. 'Cause when I first started one live, I thought 30 minutes was long because I would act. What's up, Miss Pretty? What's up, E Wavy? Thank you so much. What's that? That's almost all the time. What's up, Flo? Like what I see back in the building again. Thank you so much. Yeah, people can see stuff. They see it before we see it. That is the truth. They see it before we see it. And actually, they can sense it coming, materializing into the 3D before you can. Because you're so close in, you're on the inside, you're on the outside, so they got a broader. So now you're just looking at the things that you're doing, and you see the big impact. That's what I believe. But yeah, believing in yourself, making your dreams come by places, nothing but darkness, nothing exists. But you're gonna have to turn on the lights. You're gonna have to become that desired space where you want to be. You're gonna have to live it as if it's happening right now. Go look on videos, look at videos. All entertainers, all inventors, major business that have done things in this world that folks look at them and be like, how in the world one thing they do is they use their imagination. One thing they told us is about see when we were kids, our imagination was out there free. Because we could just sit up and think of things. And they tried to tell us that that was just fruitless gazing in your mind. Tell me something that's on this earth that's physical form that person food, right? It's like that phone, that was all somebody's imagination. It just drop out of the sky. Did nobody just come and drop this command down? For Flint, Michigan, I try not to swear in my music. Sometimes it happens, but I try hard. So a lot of I saw an article that said a lot of hip-hop, some of the hip hop is vulgar. They can't scale it up. You know what I mean? Like you can't just take the article to the radio, then pop it up to the film and TV, then pop it up to the commercial, then pop it over to the brand for this. They can't scale it up because it's so hard to find a place where it's not managed. So, but this is how people do this. They make a version and an adult. Because their fans want their profanity, they're gonna want the profanity. There's some songs out here, but they flip them away. And I'm not telling you, I wanted to hear that because that is part of the expletive of the hook or even the lyrics. It just makes it version of one that's clean and one that's not. All the big because then you open up the doors for both. I talk about real struggles I know with mental health addiction. That's gonna help a lot of people. It has no limits, our restrictions. Have to do. Yes, you're right about that, Paul. Who is this? It's pain on music, right about that. I'm telling you right now, once you see a word, okay, look, you don't care if you think it's an idiot flying down the street because you like, watch this. Because see, I'm telling you, when the universe don't miss, you think Amazon delivering, UPS and FedEx delivers on time. But when people start getting that feeling something happens, like tracking notifications in the universe, people start feeling like it's something. So, that universe don't miss. This is not a make it will work or impossible if you was good at it, or you give enough people all your money, or if you go help enough old ladies across the street. They got nothing to do with that. I mean, that's nice stuff. Don't get me wrong. It helps ladies. But I'm saying don't look at that because that's going to get a reward for that. Just do that. If you want to be nice, but if you want something to manifest in your life, all you got to do is identify what you're already there. It's like, but I didn't give a 10 views on my post. I don't care. When I first started on TikTok, sometimes I'll get 15 views. Now I get 15 views in less than 30 seconds. They got nothing to do with me as being impactful. It's just the algorithm has learned that certain somebody should look push me out to 5,000 people. But I have to show the algorithm that my content will engage them. So they push you out to 100 people. And then out of the 100 people, they see what's going to happen. And that's how they push you further because guess what? They only have so much rack space. They can't push everybody out to everybody. This is what works. So they have to filter out the content by our interest. So when you come across your post, okay, one, if they watch it more than once, at least one time and just a bill of the next, and that's gold. If they like it, that's something else. If they save it, that's amazing. Now, if they repost it, that is really amazing. And if they put it in their stories, then they really say know that you're like people engagement. So that's why I tell you when you do an engagement, ask questions. Like the text feature on here, I've learned from a video. The lady said, I've been using the text thing all wrong. She said, I've been using the text thing and telling people stuff. Ask a question. I put up on my on my text post. I just use this put up information, probably inspiring stuff. But what really inspires people is curiosity. A good question does it every time. So I just ask people what they have to do. Yeah. What you have to do? This one guy said I had smoked turkey neck, some collard greens. I was like, good Lord, that's not good. And my wife, she said I had strawberries and grapes, and that's it. That's a question. Do a video. Ask a question. What did you start like in hip hop? Who was your first hip hop? Who was your first introduction into hip hop? What artist was your first introduction into hip hop? I'm going to ask y'all that because most person that's talking is okay in music. I'm going to ask you a question. See, now you already answered. See, that's proof. We're psychologically wired to answer questions. Thank you for the follow, XI. I appreciate it. That's voice and music. This is another class that I teach over there in the school. Learning how to psychologically engage. What they say is that's called the it, or either call you a genius, or either they say that you're just amazing. But really, all you did was dot all the I's and cross all the T's in their psychological pattern. See, you may not know that you count, you listen to music, but you're not counting yourself. You count and measure thoughts. See, okay, the locks, money, power, and respect was the first inspiring album, not the first herb, the first inspiring. He's still talking. This is my, he said, this is motivation to this day. So, okay, what's up, Deuce? Thank you for being here. Money, power, and respect. Or, how were you first knew, the first time that you fell in love? When was your first love? How old was you when you first fell in love? That is an emotional tie that hardly anybody uses. And even if they don't respond, the fact that the algorithm seems to stop thoughts. But see, TikTok are looking for people to push it. That's most of all social media pushing people. Are they in it? Are they listening to it? Yeah, they listen to it. They listen to it 2 times. Oh, okay, we can turn this on about 500 more. And all of a sudden, if like the majority of them listen to the whole thing, and then half of them reposted and someone say add it to their stories, then they'll push you out to like 10,000. It's not that your post is just being so viral that people can't stop listening to it. They just haven't introduced to it yet. And as you as an artist, you have been. The school community is more like artist development in the right. Back in the old day in the record label, they just developed artists. They just talk about the dance, how to sing, understand how to do the whole stage, how to do this, all the different things like that. He didn't teach them anything about finances because all they wanted was dancing on. Record industry loves incredibly talented, incredibly ignorant, because that's how they make incredibly large amounts of money. Because if you're ignorant of something, you don't even think. I can say something right now that I'm pretty sure the majority of y'all don't know it. I didn't know anything until somebody taught me. You know what your master publisher is? Now, this may sound like it's like, oh, there's some kind of technical term. Yeah, it's 100% technical. It is how they make incredible amounts of money of musicians that are ignorant to their rights. You tell somebody, are you collecting your master publishing? Huh? Are you collecting your artist publishing? I need to tap into that. They're trying to learn mastering. Hey, check this out. And this number penny back. If you're interested in taking some classes on mastering, I also do that. And I also have videos about mastering for the school platform. If you want to become a member over there, I can take you through how to master vocals, how to master drums, how to master single wave files, how to do mid-level EQ. Because that's very important when you're mastering. You need to know how to use mid-level EQ, how to use side chaining, making one frequency duck from the other. So hit me up, and we can even do a one-on-one consultation. I can just sit there and talk you through it and explain you, get you some pencil and paper so you can take notes. I would love to when I make. Hey, you got it. Yes, I have a producer kit on Do Studio about to want to do myself. Yeah, do it. Teaching is very lucrative, especially if you care about the people. And I'm an FL Studio all day. I've been using FL Studio since 3.5, and they're on FL Studio 24 now. Been on it a long time. Know a lot of tricks. Don't know all of them. Still learning. But I learned a lot of them, especially when I got in EDM and some of the things about using EQ and sweeping frequencies and notching frequencies and stuff like that. Those are the things that I teach over there at school. Because I can't really teach on here because I have to be taking you someplace, some websites, and TikTok don't like you doing lives and going to other websites because that make people want to leave. What you call it. Thank you, Barnes B, for the follow. Appreciate you. Mm-hmm. What's up, Black Dan? Appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. So if you started uh, treating your music, start treating your music and your art the way you would treat it if you had 1 million followers. And the number, like I always say, I'm gonna keep telling you this, and I'm gonna keep hammering it home. The number one way to sell your music is not talk until the very end. Engage them on everyday activity, brushing your teeth, getting your beard trimmed, getting your nails done. I saw some artists, I forget what it was, they was doing the live, and they had just dropped the track. And she said, "No, her girlfriend, she's getting her hair done and her nails done." Don't be afraid to let people, because it gives them a higher trust factor with you when they know that you are vulnerable to show them you with, made up, not made up, perfect hair, not perfect hair. They feel like you every day, and then they kind of like come in a little bit first. They're like, oh, okay, this everyday person. This ain't no fake, fake, fake. What's up? What's up, the real mom bomb? Thank you for being here. So I don't. I'm not saying share your private business or nothing like that. Don't be sharing locations either. You ain't gotta share your location when you're doing video. Turn that location thing off. You know, they ain't gonna know. I just know you're in a building. You just there to give them an experience. You ain't trying to, reveal your entire life to them. No, you don't talk about stuff that's sensitive. I'm just talking about everyday stuff that will, that everybody have in common, like eating and walking, swimming and jogging, going to the park, sweeping floors, and cleaning your house. Set up a camera and just you set up a camera and clean your house with royalty free music on. You're gonna have some good numbers on your live because that's something that almost everybody do. Now, I know some people don't clean their house, but even nasty people like to clean house, so they're still gonna look. They're like, wow, they're popping. They're doing windows. It could even be your music playing. You're not telling them about your music. You're cleaning your house while your music playing, and they're just listening. And the fact about it, everybody doing it. That's why they gonna look. It's something different. Now, this young boy cleaning the floor, mopping, they're washing dishes. But that motherfucker in the bathroom cleaning the toilet out. I ain't cleaning out the shower. Now you took care of your home and gave yourself some great feng shui. And you also, what's up? Oh my goddess, thank you for being here. And you also engage people on everyday activity. Now there's a formula to how you got to release these videos. I mean, you just can't just throw it out there because, like I say, marketing is a course. And if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to take the time to listen, I can walk you through it and I can show you. Because like I said, some things I can't really talk about on TikTok. So we can do one-on-ones. You can join community school, and where you can watch the videos over and over and over. And I also gonna start doing live Zooms over there every Monday, so that we can just sit down and talk. Beginning of the day, ask everybody how their day was. Anybody had any shows? Anybody working on any new music? That's another thing. We should all share each other's socials and each other's music. It does nothing but make your stuff even better. And your connection, I'm talking about your network. I'm not talking about your music. It's not gonna make your music better. It's gonna make your connections better. Because those people that like their friend gonna start liking your stuff. And people that like your friends are gonna, and vice versa. What social media platform other than TikTok and YouTube is more important to get you monetized? Snap. And you don't even have to be in your niche. But if you want to set up a one-on-one, I can show you how to use Snap. I've been on Snap for almost 6 years now, and I know how their algorithm works too. See, that's the thing about it. All of these apps have a different how the algorithm works is different. And if you don't know that, you'll just be fighting it. But once you know it, once I started implementing, I let somebody teach me how to use Snapchat. Once I started implementing what they said, it worked. Now, see, I thought the old way I did it was gonna work, like putting up shorts of videos of me DJing or putting up some music or something or a beautiful graphic. No, Snap don't work like that. Instagram like pictures and Facebook. TikTok like information. All inspiring information. What's up, Simba? Thank you for the like. Oh, you say your wife don't like Snapchat? My wife don't like Snapchat either. She don't deal with Snapchat. She showed me how to use it though. She showed me how to use all the filters. I had it for a long time. I did not know it was like disappearing content. I thought it was like everything else where the content just hanging around. Thank you for getting that #3 viewer badge. I appreciate it. Simba. People on Snapchat are curious. And the nature of it is what they see disappears. So you got to know how to psychologically fit your content into that. You see, Snapchat pay you when people watch your stuff and they put commercials around your stuff. But there's a way you have to engage with it. But and the thing about it, there's so many people and so many brands over there. Forget it, y'all. I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of people on social media be hearing a lot of these posts about getting more followers. Honestly, today I'm gonna tell you what, you need to get more brands. Start mentioning brands in your video, not shoppable videos. Not like you shopping and saying it's in the TikTok shop, but just doing a video like you go over to Creator Insights and you find out what they have about food or beverages or whatever, MP3 players or hair grease or whatever, and you find you somebody on the TikTok shop that sell it. Don't use their link. Don't do it like that. What you're gonna do is you're gonna tag them in the post. Don't worry about followers. Get you some brand deals. And they will come because people listening to looking at the brands and they're paying attention to what the brands are doing. That's their favorite stuff. That's they like. If they like it, they're going to pay attention to it. And that's what you need to do. Get on your brands. Get on them brands. Have an ebook. It's a pink one on the website, aogfmusic.store. You can click on the link in the profile and the link tree. It's the link tree. It's in the link tree. And that book is full of nothing but brand deals and secret shopping companies. Oh, you're welcome. So if y'all want to get hooked up on that, I made money this weekend. With that, you can use that money to finance your business, to pay for ads, to pay for to boost posts. Don't be afraid to boost the posts on Instagram, on TikTok. Don't be afraid to pay them the $11. Let them do it. Pay it to them. If you got 50, throw it on there. Because you know what the record labels do? They spend $20 million to push one track in ad revenue. And you got people up here shivering over $16. They wonder why they don't get. You think these people going all this rack space? They're this expensive. They got to pay internet fees too. You think your internet fees is high? You should see what they got bandwidth they got to pay for on TikTok. You think your bandwidth is costing you money? You should see that they don't they didn't invent the internet. They're just tapping into it and just pushing their product out on the internet. They still got to pay for all this rack space, all of these videos we making, all of this talking, all of this graphics. Yeah, that's up speed, down speed, upload and download. Yeah, exactly. So you think they're gonna thank you for reposting the live? I appreciate it. Who that? Who shared the live? What's up, Nana Music? Thank you so much. So don't be afraid to put money on your art now. You can't be free 99 all the time. You gotta pay sometime. Pay for it. It'll make a difference. I ain't saying break the bank. Set you aside a little budget every month. You dropping a new track? Keep boosting it. Keep boosting it. 15 here, 30 here. 50 here, 60 here, push it out. What you're gonna do, people that align with your music and like it, especially if you got videos that are not selling people, they're gonna follow you. They're gonna hit that plus. That's why they got the plus at the top. Because they want that's what they want to be their first choice to follow you is to hit that plus. Then they're gonna hit that like. Now they usually come back to comment after about the second time they saw it, but they're gonna save it and they're gonna repost and they might even share it. And then some gonna put it in their story. If you invest in no one, it's because investing in yourself shows no dedication. Yes, it does show dedication. Thank you for the gifts. We got 29 roses, 35, 37, 40, 42, 44, 46. Let's see how far we're going to get. 55, 58, 61, 63, 67. We're going to hit 100. Yeah, we're going to hit 100. Ain't going to stop. What's up, K-Mon? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. 78. Thank you so much. 78 roses. Thank you so much. Now, see, that's going to go back. That's going to go back. Oh, he's coming back again. We had 11, we had 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 24, and we're there. Now, he said, now it's at 100. LOL. Thank you so much. That was so nice of you to take your hard earned money that you stand on your feet and work for. I've seen people thinking they're serious about their craft because they're not investing. Yeah. Can you imagine what Amazon would be if they didn't invest? You see all that money they got to put into them commercials? You think you paying $16 for an ad? Them jokers putting out 52 million. It ain't even guaranteed it's gonna sell. But at least they tapped into us psychologically, so they know it's gonna make some kind of impact. It's gonna make some kind of impact. And that's why you as an artist need to get artist training. See, once you get artist training, your music starts grinding out money. Because go to being from being a nuisance to the go-to for the person. I want to go to the gym. Let me go to what you call a website, put that player up, put it on repeat. Because they're not going to keep picking up their phone and go next. Skip, they're working out. Skip, next. They just got you on repeat. They got you on the party. Hey man, put this off. Give me your aux cable. My homie's right here. He be throwing down some serious stuff. A homegirl or whatever. However it is. They're gonna plug their phone into their aux cable. They're gonna be like, man, I don't want to hear no commercials. Gonna be like, ain't no commercials. I'm on their website. Don't have any commercials. Now don't go do something like put SoundCloud and embed it on your website. You should have it there on your social media page. But on your front page, just have a regular player with your music where people can just stream it without commercial. What they're going to remember is you're going to be one of the places that they don't have to listen to commercials. So they're going to come back and listen. I got to do the little puzzle thing. You know, TikTok make you do. Make sure you. But I'd have to get going. Thanks for what you're doing. I really appreciate it. You're very welcome, Shaky Beast. And I'll follow right back at you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. If y'all need any information, if you want to get some training on how to take your music business to the next level, where you can be impactful on people. You don't have to be famous to be impactful. You just got to know how people think. Have you ever taken time to just wonder when you're making these posts, how are people going to receive this? How is this really? What is this going to mean to them? Like I always tell people, before you put a track out, ask yourself a question. Would you pay money, 99 cents for it? Would you pay for it? If it wasn't you, just being honest, listen to it. Would you pay for your music? I'm going to work. I'm going to work your link tree. All right, go ahead, Shaky Beats. Get on up in that link tree. Some good stuff in there. You're going to go in one way, you're going to come out the other. You're going to come out blessed. What's up, Brooklyn's Finest? Thank you for being here. What's up, Brown Skin? Thank you for being here. Think about impact. Don't, before you post again, go do search. All right? Find somebody in your niche. Woke hip hop, conscious hip hop, West Coast hip hop, singing, R&B, whatever you're doing, nails, hair. Find somebody with a whole lot of views. Get you a pen and pencil out and notate on that video. Because see, we think it's about the people that's in the video. That has nothing to do with it. Why do you think all these everyday people get 700 and some thousand likes and 10 million views? It's not because of them specifically, it's because of how they deliver it. If you can get somebody's attention in 2 seconds and hold it, then it's going to happen again and again. That's why when you post videos, you go in there and look on your thing and look on the insights, go to your page and hit your video, look at the insights, it'll show you when people's attention dropped off, when it and how long you retained it. And then you'll be able to go look at the video and say, when I started doing this, this is when they started dropping. But while I was talking like this and doing this, that's when they held it. You see, you gotta put a hook in the beginning of it. Instead of like, hi guys, like what's up, y'all? No. Just think about something. I got 5 things that could help your music career. And you're gonna want to stick around for the 5th one because that's the game changer. See, all of a sudden, you have boxed them into your time. You told them I'm gonna tell you 5 things, but then you told them I'm gonna tell you 4 things first, but I'm gonna tell you the 5th thing last. Now, make sure it's something that's game changing that's gonna really help you, and not just a clickbait. Because they'll also remember if you waste your time, even if you gotta go research. 5 things that can help your nail stay pretty longer without constant trips to the but outside of that, it's not really because the nails are constantly growing. So that's the money in the game. The game in the nail business is that human nails keep growing. You don't just fix them once and they just stay there because you gotta go get them filled in. That's the owning the restaurant. People gonna get hungry again. That's why they're selling incense. And to enjoy them, people gotta set them on fire and destroy them. Solve problems and sell products that diminish themselves with usage, and people will come back. But just make sure you're giving them a great deal. Because when you give somebody a great deal, nothing makes a person feel better than turning on somebody on to something that's going to save them money and not going to waste their time. But check this out. I just found this out, and I'm telling you, you're going to get a great deal. Because then the person going to be like, oh, wow, thank you. I appreciate that. Like instead of going out here paying $5 and something for this product, I know where you can go get them $1.50 a piece. And it's the same product. I just happen to find it, and they sell them in bulk, but you got to buy all 5 of them at one time. But in the long run, you're saving money, so why not? So always seek to give people a good deal. Over deliver. Like if they getting your album, have bonus material on there, but don't tell them about that until they get the email receipt after they buy it. What kind of bonus material? There are many kinds of bonus material you can get. But nothing pleases people more than opening up that Cracker Jack box. All of them years that Cracker Jack was in business, it was one thing that had everybody coming. It was that toy. They ate the popcorn to get to the toy inside. And they said, this is the brilliance of it. They didn't say toy inside. They said free, one of the most emotional words when it comes to money that moves people. Prize, surprise, the next surprise inside. Free surprise toy inside, or free surprise inside. But they always lead off with free. Because nothing makes people spend more money than the word free. Because if they're just under the perception that they're getting something for nothing, it's delightful. So when you give them more than you offer them, they'd be like, wow, I didn't know these were going to be on there. Like a lot of people today, you can probably see them in the TikTok shop now. Get your music and put it on MP3 players. Get you like about 5 of them MP3 players, load it up with your music and your graphics, and put your shortcuts to your website, to your to your link tree in there, and then you just sell them the album and the MP3 player branded with your stuff. People like, well, it's gonna be like $60 to $70, yeah, maybe even 100, but it doesn't. See, I'm tell you something. It don't matter what people spend their money on. It's just what they perceive as value to be. I heard these guys in the stock market. They was like, well, "What's the value of that stock?" They say whatever they're willing to pay. You see, the beautiful thing about this, people have your raw MP3s and waves, even when they don't have a signal. Thank you for joining the fan club. Appreciate that. Thank you, the biggest Don. Appreciate you. And now they're connected with you, and they're physical in their hands. So every time they touch that device, they're gonna think about you and your music. And you ain't even talking about it. I mean, you ain't even talking to them. Your product is speaking. Why do you think when you go buy a used car, they give you the license plate cover, but they put their phone number and their website on there? They have turned you into a billboard for them. You're advertising 100% free. Used car, used car dealers have, and even new car dealers, they've been doing that for years. They give you the license plate cover for your paper plates, but it's got their website and their phone number on there in raised extruded letters, usually a black license plate holder with white letters on. One of the easiest things to read is white on black. Black on white is a little more difficult. White on black, it's a big difference, and that's why they do it. Business is psychological. The music business is psychological, and it's technology also. You have available at your fingertips the tools to sell your music all over the world. But it doesn't matter. Having the music is not the thing. It's knowing how to engage with your customer. Because see, my wife and I, we have a record label, Son of Man Records. We have our own music, house music, EDM music, techno music, moving into R&B, and my wife wants to curate a funk album, like roller skate jams. Yes, learning more exactly. And then guess what happened? After doing that, we don't even have to talk about it because some of y'all's curiosity has been piqued already. That you're going to go over there and tap on the link and go check out the website. And the house music album is over there. People already know. All you gotta do is suggest for them to go take a look. Why don't you go over there and take a look? Got some stuff going on. The less people know, the more they want to know. The more they know, the less they're gonna want to do anything. What's up, Haley? Thank you for being here. What's up, Blanca La Chinoga? I hope I got that right. Ching Chinunga. Chinoga. Now, if you're, let's say for instance, and say that you are in the food business, regardless. Say for instance, you make cookies. The last thing you want to do is talk about your cookies. You know why? What you need to do is talk about the history of cookies, or the history of some of the biggest cookie companies in America, or the history of baking. And then you tell them about your cookies at the end. Very last 10 seconds. Because it's gonna be like, wait a minute, I want to know more. And if they want to know more, guess what they got to do? They got to click the link in your profile and go to your website. And then once they go to your website, and that's when you can introduce them to your brand. And they didn't feel like they were being sold. Or they didn't feel like that someone was trying to make them buy something. See, like you go to the grocery store and they give you samples out the deli, that's just to whet your appetite. Because they know it's gonna hit some people. It may not hit everybody. Oh yeah, you got some people who just go to the store just to get free samples, but they're only gonna get so much. What's up, Del Mine? Thank you so much for being here. But when they just give you a little sizzle and tell you the steak over there, $14.99 a pound, you can have enough to put on a toothpick. Thank you for Delmy. Thank you for becoming the number 3 gifter. See, yeah, I've been. Hold on, let me read and see what Kmon said. I've been putting out too much info at every step, and said I was going to lower that. Thank you, Delmy. Thank you so much for telling stories, telling stories, telling a story. Slick Rick was a great storyteller. Once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas and lived life slow. Yeah, it was it. He really had him on Once Upon a, because everybody in that era that was grown up, it was children, and in their all of the stories started out with Once Upon a Time. He sold you the sizzle for free, but wasn't listening to the whole track. But he got you to listen to the whole track by engaging you quickly in the beginning of the song. But Too Young Bad. And that's how you can do that selling the song. You can do it even in your lyrics. I was talking to somebody on the other live, and they were talking about how they wanted to go. They wish there was someplace they can go to learn how to write lyrics. I say, you get to the point where you're crafting your lyrics. That's when you're really writing music that people are going to want to listen to over and over and over and over and over. Talking in the chat with each other, that's beautiful. Y'all follow each other too, and support each other socially. Telling great stories. Long, long ago in a land far, far away, there lived give people what they used to, give them narratives of what's already in their mind, and you got them. Now, I was taught this by a lady. I paid for her book. It was by Ye Thick. Took all that information and put it in 10 videos, and plus added what I sung. And those are one of the classes you can take over on our school if you would like to join the community. Because once you learn to write lyrics that gets people's attention in the first 2 seconds, you just keep doing that over and over and over. En Vogue did it when they opened up the song. When I had you, I treated you bad. They let you know what the whole song was going to be about right then. But they got you with the hook. The hook was not what they said. The hook was how she sang it, because it was in such an authority that when people hear that, they stop. Even to this day, they stop, because it's based on psychology. Thank you for the light. Thank you so much, Music for the Light. All of the biggest hits, they start out the first 5 words. There are 10 steps you can take to write a good song. That's why I was like, it would be easy for me to teach this and put it into a 10 video series where you can go back and learn it over and over. Because see, what's going to happen is you're going to start look at your lyrics more like words of influence. Because there's a way to write the song, like people say, I just write it off the top of my head, I do it off the dome. But then you got some people, song, and people just can't stop singing the words. Have you ever wondered why some songs people have been singing for 40 years, they got to memorize what it's just singing it because it does the job every time. No help because it was crafted from the beginning to be that way. Y'all rappers, singers, there are ways that you can write that will make people say, hold on. They don't do it because you said something that's so intriguing to them. They did it because you did something that was very intriguing to them when you wrote those lyrics. I mean, like go back in the day. I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you go. That's right, K9 Music. You know why they said that? Because the whole song was about that. Now, see, I've never put that together until I start learning to actively listen to music instead of passively listening to music. When you're passively listening to music, you're jamming along to it. When you're actively listening to music, you're paying attention to more of the structure. And some of these songs are crafted so well, you can go back and write 10 pages on how they crafted the music, from the hooks in the music, the wordplay, the words they chose to use, what vernacular, what community they're talking to, what niche they address. Because I know there's a lot of people don't want to hear this, but you know your song is not going to resonate with everybody. Afro Man got his audience. Red Man got his audience. Taylor Swift got her audience. Jay-Z got his. All these people are just brands that deliver to a certain niche. Man's fan base has nothing to do with race or gender. Afro Man's fan base has to do with his engagement with his community and the topics that he speak about and what he has in common with his listeners. They are never going to stop loving Africa because he touched on something, a lifestyle that they all had in common. And he celebrated it. He celebrated their lifestyle. He said, I'm in the same lifestyle with you. So let's make some fun music about it. And that's what he did. Now, Taylor Swift did the same thing. Then go read her lyrics and you'll see who she's talking to. Taylor Swift's fan base is not gangbangers. Some people's fan base is that, but that's not her fan base. She talks about what's important. Thank you for the share. Thank you for sharing a lot. 10 shares. Thank you so much. Who's your fan base? That is very important because just dropping song after song after song, who are you talking to? What you talking about? Things are very important because that's what resonates with the people too. Rod Stewart has a fan base. The Eagles has a fan base. Or Santana has a fan base. Is it everybody? No. But is it samples of everybody? Samples of a lot of people from a lot of different walks of life. It has nothing to do with what his nationality is. It has to do with how he engaged with it, how he comes off. NWA, they knew who their fan base was. People who was tired of being dogged out by Popo. They specifically stuck to that. And it worked too, because it was the truth. Snoop Dogg has a fan base. Eazy-E got a fan base. Dr. Dre got a fan base. E40 got a fan base. They're not all the same, and they're not all different either. But that's their fan base. What is your fan base? Who are you talking to? What are you talking about? There's interest, those people in that fan base. What words do you use? What slang do you use in your lyrics? Because those are the things that connect people that make them want to stay. Oh Dirty Bastard, his fan base. It wasn't even necessarily niche related. Oh Dirty ODB was just it was just ODB. Everybody liked ODB because he was open, honest, raw, and he was talented too. The way that he delivered his flows, and he won the lottery. So when you put those things together, you start. That's the things that I teach within the school community. When you put those things together, that lets you know how to what songs to write, what subjects to write about. Public Enemy. They wrote about social injustice, which is what had to deal with a lot of people in a vast span. Even their name tells you Public Enemy. Rage Against the Machine. Their fan base was people who was tired of this, what people would call it socialist, greedy, destroy the earth for profit, for money. That's what their fan base was. People that was tired of established authority that was uh, set in front of us as they were supposed to be looking out for us, but they're really at the same time just minding us for our goods and our time. Rage Against the Machine. You don't know who that is? Go Google them. Rage Against the Machine. And pay attention to the lyrics and the symbolism, and read between the lines. Okay, Eminem. One of his biggest fan bases is people who want to rap intricately. He fashioned himself so and made his lyrics and flows so that people will want to mimic him and they will want to get the respect that he has. And he also told you the truth about himself, his story, and his life. So don't be afraid to share something in your music. Let's tap back. Let's tap to 10K. There you go. Everybody, let's get it up to 10K. We at 7.9. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much, Boss Canaan Music. I appreciate you for. Thank you so much. Listen, that's right. That's right. Introduce yourself. It's very important for you as an artist to know those things. People, I'm taking notes like crazy. But you're very welcome. Romy Rome, great work. Great work, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Romy Rome. Yeah, Reginald playing off my back. Yeah, that was my boy Romy Rome. No joke. So now go sit back and look at your music. Go read your lyrics and ask yourself who you're talking. Who am I talking to? What am I talking about? Is what I'm talking about interesting? Am I being vulnerable enough to my audience? Not to the point where you sharing sensitive information. I mean, opening up enough so they can resonate. They don't want to see like you way up there. They want to know that you right here. And that's what people identify with. Your artist. They see, they see that you just like them. That's really what it's all about. They want to know somebody that's going through what they're, what they can identify with what they identify. And then you've got their curiosity. Now introduce yourself. Let them get to know you, the musician, as a human, and then get to know you, the musician, as an artist. What's up, Billy? Thank you so much for being here. What's up, Fur? Thank you so much for being here. We'll be interested. We'll put pin this up. Take your business, your music business, to the next level. If you would like to get the ebooks, I have a special link for the 4 ebooks. Secure your publishing, music licensing supervisors, music business contracts, and make easy cash with these secret shops and brand deals. Send me a message and I'll send you the link where you can get them on discount. Or you can click the link in the description on my profile. And on my link tree, you'll find the link to the store. Thank you so much for sending your DM. I appreciate that. I'll make sure I get back to you. Now, if you DM me, I will send you a link where you can get them on discount. I got a special code for the people that attend the lives. If you go to the website, you're going to have to pay full price. But if you DM me, I'll send you a link where you can go get them at a discount and a nice discount at that. And if you want to get all of them, you can get what I call the smarter, more successful artist business suite, where you get all of those together in one package, zip file. You can unzip them and read them. They're PDFs, and the music business contracts, those PDFs are editable. So you can take those and drop them in the PDF editor, and you can edit them to fit your terms and conditions because you don't want to be recording without a contract. You don't want to be recording somebody without a contract. You don't want to be making beats for anybody without a contract. You don't want to be putting songs together without a contract. You always got to have a contract, something to keep track of conditions so people just can't start freestyling and saying, well, I thought this one, they had think, thought, thought. You need to have it all lined out. Then once you get everything lined out on pen and paper, ink, and everybody sign, then hit the studio. And that's what that music business contracts is for. Thank you for following. Thank you so much. I'll be doing a post today, so you get to see them. I'll put them up and check the link in my profile. I appreciate y'all for being here today. I've got to shoot some footage for a brand deal a little bit later today, but I just wanted to come in this morning. Every other day I like to do one, sometimes every day, but definitely every other day, to give y'all an idea of what we teach and how we can help take your brand to the next level. Whether you're a singer, writer, composer, DJ, producer, whatever, showing you how to protect your royalties, how to protect your publishing, and how to so that once you start generating, that money can come to you in perpetuity. And when perpetuity means forever. Because once you get that music in your name and you're using your music, you're gonna get paid for it. All these different things from film and TV, it's really make a difference in your life because your ideas don't need to rest. You're very welcome, K Moon. Thank you so much for all the likes. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I got y'all DMs. Thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful day. Like I always tell you, love yourself. Think good things about yourself. Speak life over your business. Speak life over the things that you have. Appreciation. Write down appreciation lists. Write down lists about what you like about your life, what you love about your life. Because there's so many things. What's up, King Wallace 318? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you for the bravos. Thank you, Kanan Wallace, Kanan Music. So I'll be seeing y'all back here again on what day is it? I don't even know what that is. This is Wednesday. It'll be Friday. We'll be doing another broadcast of music business tips. We're going to be talking about how to trademark your name and also how to turn your artist name into LLC, S corp, or B corp, so you can take advantage of that corporate structure and request your publishing from the master side from your PROs. And if you don't know what that is, you're going to want to attend that. There's very important information you're going to need because you need to become a business as an artist. You need to incorporate your name so that you can collect your publishing, master publishing. Thank you so much, King Wallace. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining the fan club. Appreciate you. Y'all have a beautiful and wonderful day. I'll check y'all this Friday at 10 a.m. for music business tips right here on TikTok. Y'all have a beautiful day on Twitch, YouTube, and on Facebook. Y'all have a beautiful day, and I will see you. Bye-bye.